My boss fired 11 people for checking their phones at work, so I made sure she got fired the exact same way. The policy was simple. No phones during work hours. Not in your pocket, not on your desk, not in the bathroom. If Sharon caught you with your phone out between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., you were written up, 3 write-ups, and you were gone. Sharon was our department manager at Lakewood Insurance. She'd implemented the policy 6 months ago after catching someone scrolling Instagram during a meeting. Phones are a disease, she announced to the whole office. They rot productivity and respect. The first person she fired was Jamie. He'd gotten a text that his dad was in the hospital and pulled out his phone to call back. Sharon saw him through the glass wall of her office. He was gone by lunch. Second strike, $67,000 in medical bills and no job. Then it was Paul. His wife was 9 months pregnant and having contractions. He checked his phone to see if she'd texted. Fired. Then Rita. Then David. Then Michelle. 11 people in 6 months, all for the same reason. I started noticing something weird around month 4. Sharon would disappear into her office for exactly 11 minutes every hour. I thought maybe she had a medical condition or something. Diabetes, maybe. But one day I walked past her door and saw her through the glass. She was hunched over her desk, phone in hand, typing furiously. My stomach dropped. I stood there watching her for maybe 30 seconds. She never looked up once. The next day I timed it. 11:03 a.m. She went into her office and closed the door. I counted. She came out at 11:14 a.m. exactly. Then again at 12:03 p.m. Out at 12:14 p.m. Same pattern every single hour. I mentioned it to Denise from accounting. Maybe she's checking on her kids, Denise suggested. She doesn't have kids, I said. Maybe a sick parent? Both her parents are dead. I couldn't let it go. This woman had destroyed 11 people's lives over phones, and she was using hers constantly. I needed proof. I started keeping a log. Every time she went into her office, I wrote down the time. After 2 weeks, I had 89 entries. Every single one was exactly 11 minutes, like clockwork. But I still didn't know what she was doing. Then I made friends with Danny from IT. I asked him if there was any way to see what devices were connected to the office Wi-Fi. Sure, he said. Why? Just curious about bandwidth usage, I lied. He pulled up the network logs. Sharon's phone was connected to the Wi-Fi from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every single day. Not just connected, actively using data. Hundreds of megabytes per day. What's she doing that uses that much data? I asked. Danny clicked around. Looks like trading apps? Yeah, she's got TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, and E-Trade all running constantly. My hands started shaking. She was day trading during work hours while firing people for checking if their dad was alive. I needed visual proof, something undeniable that I could take to corporate. I waited until Sharon went into her office for her 2:03 p.m. session. Then I walked up to her door like I needed to ask her a question. Through the glass, I could see her phone on the desk, trading charts visible on the screen. I knocked. She jumped and slammed the phone face down. What? She snapped through the door. Never mind, I said. I figured it out. But I'd already taken 3 photos through the glass with my phone. Timestamp 2:08 p.m. Her phone clearly visible. Stock charts clearly visible. That night, I sent everything to corporate. The logs, the photos, Danny's network analysis, the list of 11 people she'd fired for phone use. I sent it to the VP of Human Resources with the subject line, policy violation documentation. 4 days later, Sharon was called into a meeting with HR and the VP. I don't know exactly what was said, but I heard she tried to claim she was checking important emails. Then they showed her the network logs proving she was day trading. She invoked the same policy she'd used on everyone else. 3 strikes. She'd been using her phone during work hours for 6 months straight. That was about 1,000 strikes. They fired her on the spot. Same day termination. Security walked her out with a cardboard box. She tried to argue, tried to say it was different because she was management. The VP cut her off. The policy is simple. No phones during work hours. Your words, Sharon. She's unemployed now. Lost $340,000 in her trading account last month trying to make up the income. I know because Paul's wife works at her bank and saw the statements. 10 of the 11 people she fired got called back and offered their jobs again with back pay. Jamie's dad had recovered. Paul's baby girl just turned 6 months old. Phones are a disease. Sharon's words.